When I started my fitness journey, I remember going through a workout and saying to myself, will this working out thing even pay off? So it was at April 3rd, 2022. That's the day I decided to start my fitness journey and to take my before photo. After scrolling on TikTok for a while, I stumbled upon a motivational video that motivated me to start my journey. That's basically how it started. In that day, I started to use an app on my phone for working out. The duration of the workouts in it was around 10 minutes. So at day one I did it, the second day I did it too, the third day, the fourth day. I remember needing to go to that workout and saying to myself, fuck yeah, I'm getting jacked. But then after a few days I also started to eat on a deficit. Remember needing to go to that workout and just not wanting to do it, feeling the motivation, not wanting to go to that physical pain, like the muscular pain at that time and almost not going to it, but I went anyways. I realized that discipline is key, but when I went through it, I asked myself, is this shit even worth it? Lucky me, I kept going, I stayed disciplined and on track, and after 1 year, I got in shape and I realized that this shit is worth it. And now, after 3 years, I decided to make this video. In this video, I will basically go over 3 benefits of working out I have seen, the 3 major ones. Before everything else, I am not a guru. I don't claim to know everything. I might miss some benefits. If you want to correct me or to add some on top of my benefits, you can write in the comments. This video will be about just 3 benefits I have seen in my own journey, and then I will go over essentially what it takes to get those benefits, working out wise and recovery wise. The first benefit I decided to highlight is the most obvious one. And it is so everyone knows basically that being leaner with more muscle mass is healthier. It is better for both longevity, long term health, and short term health. Being able to run, being physically fit, and being able to lift heavy shit. That's the first benefit of working out and of getting in shape. Let's talk about strength, muscle strength, because one of the causes of death in old individuals is having a lack of muscular strength and having really low bone density. Basically, old people, they have really weak muscles because they've never trained, and because of that, they accidentally fall down. They have no muscle mass, they are really weak, their legs are weak, they accidentally break bone because they have very low bone density, and some of them even die just from falling and from these things. Not a relative of mine, but a relative of someone I know died because of it. So the first thing is that you will be stronger and you might not die because of a dumb reason like falling out of the staircase, and right, your muscles will be stronger and your bone density not necessarily become higher, but will be maintained better. That's what working out does. The second thing when it comes to longevity is the obvious one. I will go over it really quickly. When you work out, especially when you do cardio, but also train the gym, you train your cardiovascular fitness. And as we all know, having a better cardiovascular fitness is key for health. The second part, the short term health, boils down to being able to pick up your mom's groceries. You've probably seen this meme. Now you might say to yourself, what the fuck does he talk about? I won't go in depth about this meme, but generally, people who have more muscle mass and less fat are more athletic, they can walk for longer, they can run more, they can lift heavy shit. Right, being stronger is great for living your life. It is not a massive benefit, but it is a pretty big one. Imagine your wife needing to lift something off of the floor and asking from you for help, and you coming there and not being able to lift it, just being too weak. When you train, when you are strong because you train the gym, you don't get to that scenario. You lift it with ease. And she looks at you and right, you feel amazing, you feel strong. That's one benefit, but it's not just with your fucking wife. It's like that in real life in general. And now the second benefit. This is pretty much the biggest benefit I've seen in my own journey. So this is just my own journey, right? But chances are that if your current physical fitness is not that good, and because of that you are not that attractive, or you just don't really like your body, chances are you will get this benefit too, and it will be amazing. And it will be amazing. Here's the thing. What you see in the mirror is the kind of feedback you get from the world. It's you basically. Self-perception largely comes from the way you look. Again, you cannot really deny your looks. If you don't like the way you look and you would prefer to have a more lean and muscular body, guess what fucking happens when you look at the mirror and you see a body that you don't like? Your self-perception gets worse. And it's not good. We don't want to have a bad self-perception. That's what low confidence basically is. And it's not fun. I've experienced it. But once I got in shape, that kind of feedback I see, just let's let alone fucking the feedback you get from people around you, from your friends, just random men on the street, or just women. Let's ignore that shit, because at the end of the day, it is less important than the way you see yourself. When you will get in shape, if you think that the physique that you will have when being in shape is better than your current physique, when you will be in shape, you will feel way better about your body. If you currently are not that proud of your body, you don't really like it, you don't like to see it, you avoid mirrors just because, right? Then when you will be in shape, when you will be the kind of guy who takes care of his fitness, and you will know because you will do it, you will take those actions consistently, the price that I will reveal to you in the end, when you will be that guy, you will feel way better about yourself, not just because of your body, but because you will know that you're the kind of guy who works hard towards something he deems important, he wants to get. You will be the kind of guy who works hard on his fitness and maintains and improves on it, and you will see that progress, and that alone will make you feel way better. But not only that, let's add on top of that the feedback that you will get from the world. We all know of the halo effect. People who are more attractive are perceived to be better at stuff. We all know that women prefer more muscular men and stronger men and leaner men. Right? It's fucking obvious. That's society. We all know that these are the things that deem to be more attractive. Guess what will fucking happen if you will get in shape? You will get all of these benefits. But that's just the cherry on top of everything. So think about it like this. There is the iceberg meme, fucking the top of the iceberg, and below it there are all of the real parts of the iceberg. The top of the iceberg is you, is the halo effect, is you getting positive feedback from the world, it's all of that. Below it, there is being the kind of guy who takes care of his fitness and works hard on it each and every day. That's why philosophies and mentalities like the Grinders mentality and the David Goggins mentality and the Jocko Willink mentality, all of these mentalities are so popular these days. They don't necessarily give optimal results, because other ones like the science-based one and other ones in general, they usually give more results, ones that require less hard work, but they are so popular because they give another thing that is not results, but the feeling you feel when you work hard on achieving your goal each and every day, which cannot be explained in words, in my opinion. This is just an amazing feeling that I felt, and you will feel after getting in shape and being the kind of guy who works hard on his fitness each and every day. Now, the third benefit, I will go over it really quickly because it is part of health that we have touched in the beginning. When you go and you train in the gym, you most likely you want to get results, right? As you will train in the gym, as you will pay the price to get in shape, but diet wise and also sleep wise, paying this price has another reward outside of being in shape. It is health, but not only health, it's also mental well being. It is being happier, it is being less prone to depression, to mental health issues. People who sleep more, people who eat a better diet, people who train consistently, they are happier people. That's what studies suggest, that's what I've experienced. I'm way happier than I used to be. Back in those days, I was sleep deprived, I was eating a bad diet, I was not training, so you can probably guess how my mental health was. Basically, being the kind of guy who takes care of his fitness and health, being that kind of guy and doing these things in general will make you healthier hormones wise. Hormonal health is very important, but also well-being wise. Sleeping more increases cognitive function, increases happiness in people, and just it is amazing. You will get all of these benefits. So now what's the price? The price is this. It's training 2 to 4 times per week. That's enough for most people. 2 times if you don't have a lot of time and if you're willing to spend 1 to 1.5 hours in the gym each time. And 4 days if you're willing to spend 45 minutes to 1 hour per week in the gym. The second part of it is diet. It is meeting your calorie goal, your protein goal, and if you want to eat a clean diet, which is a bonus, it is amazing, especially for health, but it's not necessary. And then there is sleep. Sleep is not only essential for results in the gym, another massive benefit of it is the mental health aspect. According to studies, sleep time and quality can reliably predict mental health. Basically, according to the literature, you can predict someone's mental health just by looking at his sleep. It's that important. So take care of sleep, both for the results in the gym, that's the time you actually build muscle in, and also because of the mental health. It makes you happier, fucking happier, right? The one thing that can make you happier, not money, not fucking sleep. Sleep is that important, and by doing all of that, you will get in an amazing shape. So here's the thing, this is a very broad look at fitness. Right, I've basically told you nothing. Train 4 times per week. How should I train? Sleep. How should I sleep? What should I do to improve my sleep quality? Diet. How should I diet? How my diet should look like so I can have the best time doing it? These are basically the questions that you might have. If you want them answered, you can check out the free course in the description. You can also search on YouTube for answers to these questions. Whatever you want. This is basically it. If you enjoyed this video, you can like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.